2014 NCAA Softball Championship, Lafayette Regional. It's the championship game press conference. Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns defeated the Texas Longhorns 10-1. The number 6 seed will host either Arizona or LSU next weekend for a super regional. So today we have head coach Michael Lotief, junior Christina Hamilton, sophomore Lexi Elkins, and sophomore Gabby Phelps. So we'll start off with a brief opening statement on the win by Coach Lotief and questions for student athletes only. So Coach, why don't you go ahead?
Well, I love these kids. And I love the way they fight. I love the way they love each other. I love the way they get each other's back. How appropriate for the game to start off with a botched play in the outfield. We come together as a group and we start talking about we don't have to be perfect today. We just have to get out there and fight. And that's what they did. They just got out there and they fought. They got each other's back. You got everybody on that roster contributing. You got a kid who had it in a bat in 2.5 weeks. Come out there and set the tone early. You have people who have been getting it done throughout the year. Continue to perform at a high level. You got a fan base who comes out in force. Game after game after game after game, believing, providing the energy and the motivation. And it's just Cinderella-like. It just is. The way that these kids just believe and fight, and the way this fan base believes in them. And we're just going to stop and enjoy it. I don't even want to think about next weekend right now. I want these kids to soak this in, to realize what they have accomplished, to realize how hard they've worked, and the reason why they've had the success that they've had is because they've trusted each other and they've gotten each other's back. And it's not about one person or one at bat or one play. We know when one struggles, somebody else is going to pick it up for them. So I'm overwhelmed right now. I'm just so proud of this group, and I love them. And not just because they win, it's really how they do it. And I also like to thank the people that put the tournament on, all the people that did all the work behind the scenes to make this an incredible event. And it just is. It's just been fun to be a part of the last 2 or 3 days.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Questions for Lexi, Christina, and Gabby. We have a wireless mic here. Just please state your name and affiliation before you ask the question.
Kevin Foote, Daily Advertiser. Gabby, tell us what went through your head in the situation when Coach sent you to pinch hit for y'all leading hitter and team leader, and then when you got in the batter's box, just tell us about the hit.
I was just going up there to get a hit and at least get the runs in. That's what my job was to do. My girls trusted me to go up there and do that, and I knew that she was going to throw a middle out, so just prepared for that and trusted preparation, and it worked out good.
It's Chet Yoder, 103.7 The Game. Christina, talk about just settling down after kind of having 2 on in the first inning, and talk about how you felt out there.
You know, we worked in the bullpen a little bit about getting my spots under control, and yeah, we went out there and made it better, I guess to say, and tried to get more control and working on hitting the spots and locations that I was supposed to, and trying to get better and just keep working at getting better. And so that kind of helped me settle down a little bit.
BJThompsonScout.com. Lexi, yesterday you had some really good swings, but today when you got out there and you made that contact, did you just feel you felt better today to play it a lot better?
I wouldn't say better. I don't know what it was, but I do know that it is a process, and like my worst days, everybody else is on, so I'm thankful for that.
Travis Webb, KATC. Lexi, just kind of for the team, is it more enjoyable in the 7th inning when that's happening than what's kind of transpired over the last couple games of having to come from behind or grit some out?
It's comfortable, but we know that they had it in them to come back no matter what the deficit was. We trusted Christina. The defense trusted her, so it worked out.
Christina, just for you to go 3 days, get 3 wins, just for you and the team to be able to gut these wins out, leave no doubt today, to just talk about the weekend.
You know, we had a good weekend. We came out here and we competed, and we all contributed, and the defense worked, and they had my back. She said that the defense trusted me. I was trusting my defense, honestly, trying to put it in their hands. And our hitters came out and they were aggressive, and when we got behind, they never stopped fighting. It was a great weekend. We had a lot of fun. Our fans came out. We have amazing fans that came out and supported us. It was a really fun weekend.
Nick Fondo with the Advocate. Christine, I know it's been a couple of days, but everybody was kind of wondering when you switched from the white glasses to the black glasses, what was that decision about?
Oh, just glasses. Just for fun.
Dave Schultz, 103.7 The Game. Alexi, could you tell us the play from your point of view, the catch that Natalie made when there was still a ball game?
It was a great play on Natalie's part. I really wasn't worried. Again, we trust Christina, and she made a good pitch. Natalie made a good catch. It's just a play.
Travis Dunn, KTC. Christina, I'll ask for the team. What kind of statement did the team make today with the way you guys were able to win today?
This group of girls, they're fighters. They never stop grinding, they never stop working, and they trust each other. It's a sisterhood. So I feel like that's a statement we put out there. Us as a group, this group of sisters, we're ready to go and fight till the end.
Any further questions for the student athletes? All right, ladies, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Just as a note before we get to Coach Lotif, the attendance for this game was actually wrong in the box score. It's 2,158. That's the single game attendance, and the total attendance for the regional was 10,050. It's 10,050 for the entire regional. So now we'll get the questions for Coach Lotif. Again, we have the wireless mic over here.
Coach Lotif, John Michael with the Independent. Yesterday you said there would be some dramatic plays, some dramatic pitches, some dramatic hits, and some dramatic decisions. And that was true in this game for certain, particularly your decision to pinch hit Fernandez for Phelps. Give us a little idea what you were thinking there.
Well, bases loaded. The situation with the slapper up, if she places the ball perfectly, they still don't have to throw to first to get her out. They can throw to wherever the ball takes them. If it takes them up the middle, they can throw the runner coming from first. If it takes them to the plate, they can make the play to the plate. Takes them, away, they can go to third. So it wasn't a situation. We know that Natalie's gonna get the ball in play. We know that she's gonna make the defense work. With Phelps, it's gonna be all or nothing. If she squares the ball and gets it in a gap, we're gonna get our runners moving. And that kid. I don't have her stats in front of me, but that kid has done it big time in those situations all year. The one that comes out in my mind is Purdue right at the beginning of the year, where she had that big game-saving RBI off of the wall. She did it against Baylor. She's done it a lot of times for us. So I've said it all week that we trust every kid on that roster. And throughout this weekend, it's kind of appropriate. Kendall Smith makes the play. A lot of those kids that have kind of been out of the limelight of when they get their opportunity are able to come through. So it's the game letting them know and rewarding them for all their hard work and trusting each other and staying at it.
Chet Yoder, 103.7 The Game. Coach, talk about Kelsey Vincent. A couple of hits, 3 RBIs, a home run. She made the most of it. Can you talk about her play?
Well, earlier in the year when Sam was down on herself, and it's hard for those kids to have a short memory. And they start getting down on themselves because they want to contribute so badly. And since Kelsey's injury, she's had to make some adjustments, and she's struggling. And some of the physical struggles have become mental here lately. And it really hit the valley to me over the last couple of days. And her teammates stayed with her, told her that they had her back, asked her to relax and to keep trusting. And if you can have a short memory and not just keep bringing the past struggles and adversities to the plate, if you square one, something good's gonna happen. The reason why I made such a big deal about that home run was not because of the moment. It was because that's the byproduct of a kid struggling, staying with it, and it's also the byproduct of a group of her teammates getting her back. I think that's what the game's all about to me. And you watch it with Samantha, you watch it with Hamilton, as she struggled throughout the year. You watch it Redfern. You watch it with Shelley. You go through the whole roster, and all those kids have gone through some ups and downs. And that's what's so special about this team, is they keep picking each other up and they keep believing. Crazy, man, crazy.
BJThompsonScout.com. Coach, one person that has not really struggled, and at least not on defense, and we talked about it yesterday, once again came up with several big plays defensively in this game, Natalie Fernandez.
Natalie is the one kid on that roster that has a lot of experience in these situations. This is going to be her third super regional. So she's the voice in the locker room that is kind of taking these kids through it. This is what to expect. When I was a freshman, I overreacted. I got a little too high. I got a little too down. I mean, Natalie she's the elder statesman. And she's the one that gives a perspective to the team. And what she's able to do with her glove and her bat, that's not the game anymore. With these kids, it is a game within the game. It's just their confidence level and them believing in each other. That's what I believe. And she's the one that is the one that's leading that charge, making sure that all those kids are in the right place.
Coach Travis Webb, KATC, you joke the last couple of weeks that these girls never really get fazed by anything, and you probably worry more than them. That said, how satisfying was that 7th inning to really put away a team to basically for your sanity?
I'm way past my sanity. My sanity left me, about 5 years ago, probably. I love this team. I love these kids. I love these kids. They're fighters, and they just keep on going. So this ain't about me, They're taking me on a ride that I didn't expect, and they're trusting each other, and they're trusting the process, and really they're playing the game the way they're supposed to be playing it. This fan base has been phenomenal. And the coverage that we get from y'all has been the reason why this fan base connects to those kids. The notoriety that softball is getting now. In this community, we've gotten it forever. Forever. Really, since this program's been around. But now that it's even happening on more of a national scale, these kids, they thrive on that, and it excites a fan base, and it connects them to each other. So we got something really special here, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the coverage. I'm having fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun going on this ride with them. So it's very satisfying. It's very satisfying to me. Satisfying to see so many people proud of this university. And it's satisfying to know that all the hard work and all the sacrifices mean something. Maybe it inspires somebody. Maybe it motivates a young kid. Maybe it brings greater pride to this community. Whatever it does, you know, it's fun to be a part of.
Kevin Foote, Daily Advertiser. Two things, Coach. One, what was the look on Natalie's face when you pinch hit for her? And two, a year ago, Shelby was near the end of the bench cheering, and she's had the best postseason of anyone on this team at the plate. Just talk about those two.
In deference to Natalie, I asked her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you get to be a senior in this program and pay the kind of dues that she pays, and the coach I asked her, Natalie, you all right with me making a move here? And being as selfless as she is, she understood it. So the look on her face was okay. She understood it, and like I said earlier, we trust everybody on that roster. Shelby, man, if she could stay hot, and if we get them all going, really, get them all going over the next couple of weeks, we could have some fun. Shelby gets streaky, and she starts getting in the zone, and she starts feeling the moment, and you can't get her out. So we have to figure out what she ate for breakfast and figure out what's going on in her head and keep her there, right?
Coach, you said this team was taking you on a ride that you didn't expect. Did it exceed your expectations? And if so, when did you realize that it was going to be a special ride?
Ask that part again?
Well, I was saying that you said it was on a ride that you didn't expect.
That's true.
Did it exceed your expectations, their accomplishments so far?
Oh, no question about it. I mean, the way we played in the fall was crazy. I mean, it was ugly softball. The way we played in the preseason was crazy. The way we played in Florida at the leadoff. I was thinking about going to visit with the president. I don't know if I wanted to be a part of the rebuilding. And I mean, you watch what's happened this year, and then you understand that if you say that Wallace was going to struggle the way that she struggled, that you're going to lose the All-American pieces that we lost from last year. And then where was the production going to come from? And early on, Walsh was in a funk. And we didn't have a shortstop. And we had Vincent at third, we had kids out of position. I mean, it was bad. So you think back to where we were in the fall and when we started to where we are right now, it's incredible. That team that we just beat over the last 3 years, 4 years since Tom was a freshman has dominated us. Now they're seniors, Tom and Washington and that whole group. We're babies. And for those kids to, Texas, the Louisiana kids, they don't know what the Texas rivalry is, right? That's where we're all laughing before the game. It's when we play LSU, it's all we get all. But for those Texas girls, you play in Texas, they're all like getting all excited and jumping around, and you're like, who's Texas? You know, what's the deal? You know what they're all pumped about? But they had some kids in our locker room that understand that little rivalry that's been going on, and they have a great program. And it's good. It's good to get the sweep against them this weekend. But it's been an incredible ride, and if you ask me, even a month ago, if I expected to be in Supers this year, I would tell you no. And I know after when we talk tomorrow, we're going to start talking about the World Series, and that's fun to me. Let's talk about it, and at this time of the year, that's the conversation you want to be having.
We'll take 2 more questions if we have them.
Dave, 103.7 The Game. You brought it up, and I know they haven't advanced yet, but can you imagine the atmosphere when if LSU comes to play in the Super Regional?
Sure, I can imagine it. Can you imagine if Arizona comes here? Can you imagine whoever it's going to be? That this place is going to be rocking. How about Arizona? Mike Kendrea. How about that team coming in here? And if it's LSU, better get your tickets now. More drama, you know what I mean? That's exactly what we need, more drama, right? But at this point, pick one of the 16, really. Even take those 2 out of the equation. Pick any of the 16 and send them here. And this place is going to rock. I think you don't need added drama. It's going to rock because it's a chance to go to the World Series. And it's Lafayette, Louisiana, hosting a super regional. Wow. Lafayette, Louisiana.